Is Enigmatic cringe? No, 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 it's really good. Right, High Noon, got it. I think I like the tracker. I quite liked it. But now I have the feeling that I have to get back at the game and I can't leave it at a 2-3. So, despite what the title says, it's actually gonna be a mono enigmatic stream. Let's go. Verge not being perfect, but decent enough, likely. Pot sizer, is it gonna take my Nylea's presence? Also Atraxa in my hand, which is less than ideal, but if I get to keep my presence, I'll have enough. Whoa. Take Portable Hall. It's kind of wild that Portable Hall seemed to be the best card in my hand for my opponent. Reckoner Bankbuster explains that a little bit. Two entity trackers. I'm gonna track so hard this game. Unholy Annex, of course. Hello, Paradise 00. I can cast an expensive march. Pitch 2 cards to take. Take their Annex, draw 2. They have no time to use the Bankbuster yet. Main. You can prove the deck is good now as you know the list. Yep. Hopefully dry land, good. Aspool Mimic. Your move, villain. You can push my tracker now because you have Revolt. Nope. Nice. Discards Uroborg. Plays Haunted Ridge. Go for the frauds my tracker. Fair. Well, so it's more mana efficient to play 2 beans. Curious. 2 beans should be enough cards if I ever draw an expensive one. Right, let's do this. Would like to draw a Binding. Incarnation, I guess. Archtwind of the Draws. Alright. Well, I guess I'll need to draw something. Could have grabbed Yorion, then I guess Yorion would be used on this. On the Chained. That was probably a good thing to do instead of flashing the tracker now. Oops, let's cast it. So attacking might suggest that my opponent is holding another removal. Push even, which is, I guess, a pretty bad trade for my tracker. No i dostaliśmy w ciry. Definitely should have picked up Yorion here. TB Tarako Genius. Anyone familiar with Tarako Genius's content, chat? Do I survive with just Yorion? Well, I killed the... I had a chain that was free, so I could just exile a 6/6. So if I exile a 6/6, I think I live without any trouble. I think I don't want to draw too many torches, maybe, but don't want to draw too many Vitos. So let's go 2/2. Did I play junk food lately on stream? No. A while ago. But I haven't been impressed by what I've seen, and I haven't been impressed by results that people have with the deck, so just kind of not impressed by the deck at all. Is black version of Incarnation viable? Well, it seems viable, but it seems like your cards are worse, so yes and no, I guess. Bit of an awkward mana here. So blue Overlord is not good enough. Blue Overlord is pretty good, I think. And I could play it over Fable if it costed 2 blue, but it doesn't. It costs 1 blue, so if you look at what blue cards are you're typically playing in this deck, most of the times it's not a very deep pool of cards, so you would be splashing pretty hard for a blue effect, which the Overlord is fine, but not splash worthy. That was my impression of the card. And like, it's not clearly better than Fable or not. Bankbuster. I barely knew her. I want to be able to loot away the plains. If I draw any other land, even if it's not green. Damn. It's DRC this weekend. It's in a month still. I think I would rather impede and bind the Bankbuster now. Yorion will flip the Overlord anyways, most likely. Fable. Okay. Did you count Nylea's presences as like half a land or something? I can't get there on the mana requirements even with 34 lands. Well, the Nylea's presences are sources. I count them as 4 green sources, so I have 21 green land sources and... Kurwa, no jest to zielony. So certainly you do count them as green sources. They are just that. Turn 2 presence lets you cast a turn 3 Overlord after all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Skip Yorion. For now, no reason to overextend it. I still have 18 sources of red and green, so that I can actually cast my removals without casting my Nylea's Presence, and I'm a little bit short on without the not counting overlords and presences. Let's draw a presence. Holy shit, that's actually great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Raz, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's worth to deploy the presence. I want to torch this. Archfiend of the Dross. What a great card. Fate, I'll push my reflection. Guess I can scry for free now. Jeden, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How I liked White Overlord as a backup 7. Basically, I would only run the White Overlord as my second 7. But I don't think there's much point in playing it as your third 7. White Overlords, yeah. I guess sounds a bit funky. And so I don't know, like these real 7s are pretty high impact sometimes. So it's a close decision to me. I don't think I'm afraid of them drawing a cards. I'm drawing literally 7 myself. Good Yorion. Let's have not High Noon, Get Lost. Can kill the big demon too. Over it actually Torch. I think drawing Torch and getting isolated with Torch, it's one of the ways to get shreked in this matchup. Maybe I want the third veto even, but that's kind of sketch on the draw. I can counter a Bankbuster and can be caught in a really tough position then. Perfect hand. Well, almost. Perfect, perfect. Look at my perfect hand, opponent. Far mana binding, let's go. So essentially if you play the White Overlord, you're trading off like the strength of your 7 drop when 2 turns versus being slightly better when drawn early. That's all it does. So tell me if that's an exchange you're fine taking. Thoughtseize Buster Fable, let's go. Holy shit. New card. At least it's not Fable. Demon. Certainly awkward mana this game. Scap Clown Berserker, what a card. Anyone Scap Clubbing? I'd like to draw Beza. I guess I only have one in my deck, can't really assure that. The free mana binding, not great now. How often was the mana bad for you? A bit more often than I would like it to be. Maybe a Verge is gonna get cut or something. Duress. Okay. That's fine if they draw. We get time. Maybe I have too few true islands. Because maybe the Verges shouldn't be on the blue land. Maybe that's the mistake. I think I might have a little too few true islands. Duke Fable. Let's get the island count. Alright, Villain's Aggression just petered out and now they have nothing. The veto on 5 mana cards worked out pretty well for me. But a true island count is... yeah, I have too few islands. 7, 8, 9, 10, while I have 4 lands that are non-islands. So my Temple Gardens, which I have many more of, should be... what happened? Go for the fraud and an Oli Annex. They control a demon? They activate Mutavolt, okay. Can get Beza. Or Atraxa, but I think I get Beza. I get few enough cards? Nope. Beza is a treasure and for life is good. Glasspool Mimic in the play, unfortunately. 6/6 demon into my chains. Sure, buddy. Okay. 6/6 demon into no chains. Sure, buddy. It's kind of awkward that when I steal this, then I don't get rid of that effect. Not a huge fan of that in this very moment. Because the Mutavols make the drainage pretty good. Card is looking 6. Pretty okay. Nie, kurwa mać, no nie, no serio? Naprawdę. Could have not drawn maybe, but... So I'll get Agent and take the 6/6 6/6 demon. You can tap it by crewing, but fortunately F6ing is something that my opponent has chosen to do instead. And next turn I can Yorion. If my Fable gets to attack or I draw an untapped land. Can you choose not to pay for a pack trigger? Yeah, you can. I know for paper you have to pay. No, you don't. I know for a fact that states something not true. No, not flipping the Goblin Shaman. Whoops! I probably shouldn't have said. Oj, kurwa, misstacked. Whoops. Yeah, whoops too fast. Of course it comes back and then I can sack it, but whatever. Clicking cards properly is not so hard sometimes. Have a demon. Can sacrifice it to Incarnation too. So Beza first. I make Sok and Zan Soki, so I don't draw a card with Beza. I only cared about the life anyways. Chat. Incarnation is a good deck if you play half perfectly, and also let's fix the island count issue, which we just noticed. Holy shit, I just made a giant mistake on turn 1 because I didn't look at my hand properly. No worries. Actually all planned, now it's better. I was at a Remy skip by Mr. Streamer. It was not. I did not skip any songs. It just ended, yeah. Much simpler. You lose so many utility lands with Rakdos though, and the only good card is Fable in the main. So you could play mono black, but just don't play the Slasher and Bloodletter. Instead play some other cards. Like the utility lands are fine. I will give you that. Is Slasher Bloodletter package bad? It's been really bad in my experience. Therefore, yes. I think I would rather Overlord now. I don't have bad cards in my hand to discard with the Fable, and Overlord sets up. No nie, jak się stopowałem znowu. Co to jest za granie? Kurwa, kanister. What was this tap? The Triomes being golden? It's just way too hard to play with them. How does like a card of this frame not produce white mana? Can you link list in chat? Sure. Try Diractus thing, but Harvester is not worth it, so it's basically just Fable. Yeah, sure. Like mono black, fine. Just like Unholy Annex is kind of a Fable slot card. Just Slasher is so bad, I'm sure of it. Yeah, Invoke, sure. That's a card that makes sense. Mono black splashing black back to nature. Seems punishing against Incarnation, yeah. I think it's most important to hit land drops. Maybe not. Can exile insects. What is their deck exactly? Like how they come back with Atraxa though? They might draw a land. Well, maybe not even Atraxa, just steal their land. Basically, the only good demon is Mutavault. Yeah. Mono black to play 4 Mutavaults. I like that. Quintorius? Alright, let's seal the land then. Since I have the reflection. It's just really good to steal their land, and I guess it is as if I made a land drop. Do you think they should have made Overlord's ability searching for a land and putting it into the battlefield tab instead of creating it everywhere? Any land? Then it would be like a mini Primal Titan. So it would see much play in Modern Amulet. Overlord of the Boilerbilges. Bro, I'm gonna search for the copy creature now. You ready for that? Carnosaur finally realizing Agent of Treachery is broken. It's pretty good, honestly. It's so good that I forgot to attack. I think the ability to steal lands gives the deck a nice angle. A vai non passa teraz. One day you will change your mind about Rumble too. Maybe. But like, do you mean Rumble specifically in Titan or in general? One more Parliament and we draw 6 cards EOT. Only to throw most of them away. Roaring Furnace. Roar. Kill the original. Wait, how do I have 10 life? Wait, how do you kill the Goblin Shaman? That's crazy. Seems like they're playing Keruga Overlords. Is what I could call their archetype. Why is there a Trumpeting Carnosaur in my deck? It's a 6-drop to find with Incarnation. That's not embarrassing to draw. Quintorius gościu. No z takim gównem? To jest niemożliwe, że tak Quintorius wyglądał. It can be so bad. This bad. Jeden miejsce na challenge'u. I see. Isn't Red Overlord better at being a 6-drop to find that's not embarrassing to draw? It's a bit of a different card advantage. Currently I have 3 6-drops, which is pushing it. But I have both. I guess I would agree with the claim that generally the Red Overlord seems better. Can I die if my opponent has a counter magic somehow? Probably. So what do I like in mono black, Mr. Streamer? Maybe some werewolves and shoulderheads on top of demons. Yeah. Just the good cards. Trespasser is actually an incredible card that people like to talk down for one reason or another. So you're saying it's Quintorius. Overlord the Mistmoors. Ah. We can do a Scryfall search for demons in Pioneer. Roaring Sauna, Warrant Warden, Quintorius Quant. For Chandra, Awakened Inferno. This does not exile planeswalkers, therefore not good. Non-creature spell, therefore no good. Everything is a creature spell in this deck. Ball Crusher, no good. High, non good. Dispute, good. Veto. No, Veto, well, sort of good. Chained, out. P-hole, out. Torch, actually fine, but probably don't want too many. Get Lost, fine. Elesh, Norn. Entering, this is casting. It wouldn't work otherwise if it wasn't casting. Beza, bad. Apparition, bad. Is that it? It does seem like my opponent's playing a Quintorius deck. Sanctuary Warden is kind of bad against Villain's deck. Turn 3 Fable. Plus I have a Binding, which was 3 mana. Sounds good. Also, with regards to my mana base, I could move around the Triomes to have less green-white. So like Hallowed Fountain could become an extra Raugrin Triome, which gives me Mountain. And then what? Ketria Triome becomes a... You're adding a red, so you get a breeding pool. That's the same. It's the same. Our Verges just powered crept checklands. Not fully, but mostly. Did I play with the black version? What did I think about that? It seemed weak. I did, yes. I did play with it. Well, not weak, but it seemed like you're splashing for worse cards. You're splashing for cards that make your deck worse, mostly. I liked Thoughtseize in the sideboard, that was nice. Mystic Monastery. The OG Triome. Do I want to discard Glasspool, Mimic? I will probably not play any of those. The Blue Verge, if it was a Hallowed Fountain, it would have been better for me. This Hallowed Fountain, this Sunpetal Grove. Yeah. Oh, Glasspool's a blue source. Yeah, but not the kind I actually want. You can torch the Quintorius. I ended up never trying out the Lumra deck, like Mr. 16. Good morning from America, Mr. Streamer. Good morning back from my house, my dear viewer. Warrant, cool. Awesome card. Do people actually think Slash is a good card? Good question. It would appear that way. Reduce. My Overlord has been reduced. I didn't want to play Incarnation because if it resolves I want to sacrifice Nylea's presence to get an Archon. But I want to have 2 interactions for... Well, I guess if I have Archon I won't die either. Arguably... That was fine anyways. Clever Impostor. You get a Fable now. Claire is the one you let resolve. I guess I could to like take damage and then like they copy the Quinters, I get the other one so they don't get the Fable. -2 life. Well, I wanted them to cast it, but I guess it doesn't make sense the way I did it. You're right, I should have done it differently. Slasher has a combo, Adam. I don't know if you're aware of that. You seem not aware. Unaware. With Bloodletter of Aklat slots, it kills your opponent, one-shots them. Now, whether that interaction is any good still is a worthwhile question, and I don't think it is. Holy shit, I can't pass up that value. I know Archon of Emeria would stop my opponent from killing me, but Entity Tracker with Reflection, EOT, keep making reflections, draw so many cards. That's just... Could make a copy of Reflection and sack it for value. I boarded out Beza, which puts me at no 4-drops in my deck. Archon so the Candever combo isn't better. It likely is, unless they boarded the funny Chandra. That said, they can't combo anyway, so I have Leyline Binding. Roaring Furnace. They probably play 8 Triumphs and 4 of them don't have the basic land types. Or they are poor. Mystic Monastery, 4 Raugrin Triumphs, 6 Triumphs. I don't know if that's quite necessary. Also, this deck looks horrible. Absolutely unplayably horrible. But here we go. Single results mean nothing. DT won the last one with Greasefang. Holy crap, that's true, Da Vinci. Greasefang has never won anything ever. Temple Garden tapped. It's actually Angels. Talia. No, it's the Green White Company deck. New deck. Let's hit a land though, would be useful. Thanks. Actually, can ambush them. Not sure, because if I Overlord and if I draw Enigmatic Incarnation to a 6-drop and then probably Overlord of Boilerbilges is kind of game winning. But just ambushing with the 2-3 flash, they'll never expect that. Maybe they'll have their counter play of Werewolfman. Nope. Oreganjo. Nope. Holy shit. Entity Tracker. ETB, kill a monster. Enduring Innocence. Foil max. I guess I'll ramp. They draw cards, I don't care. I tested Green-White Company versus Blue-White Enigmatic and Phoenix yesterday. Felt mid. Okay. It felt like a pretty good deck to me yesterday. I didn't play against those matchups specifically though. So I think it's probably pretty bad against Enigmatic overall. At least it looks that way. They hit the plot monster. What if I cast March on the Ignorance when they cast Company? Is that my best move? Oh wow. It's not even a Company. I guess things you have a bunch of hate bears, but also, and I guess Enduring Innocence can be really good if your elf lives, but if you're on the draw against Phoenix and they kill your elf, like, I don't think you actually ever win anything. Maybe play Elesh. Elesh seems good against their deck. They plot my Elesh, I just play Elesh next turn, and then Apparition with two triggers. Stock Artisan Phoenix is dog versus comp. Dog versus comp. Elesh seems unfair in this matchup. What's gonna be unfair is if my opponent actually has a second interruptor for my Elesh. But then I still play an Apparition and I get the Overlord into play. Journey on. Journey on what? I don't know. On a boat? On your feet? What do you bring in Chandra 6 in this match? Have you had it? No? I don't know. Fuck, bro. It's like, why? No, I don't want to think about that. Maybe if you have bad cards to cut, then you could. Bro, stop. That's unkind of you. Actually getting tempoed. Chandra would look good here. Against this guy? Not at all. What happened to that sheep? It's Giga Foil. It looks really bad on Magic Online. Giga Foil sheep. Don't have a third one. No weź spierdalaj ty kurwa śmieciu, no. Co to ma być? Ile tego gówna nawkłada? Minas 2. Name's Elesh Norn. Should name this maybe to kill me. But it doesn't matter. Alright, what can I do? What's my best 6-drop? Overlord of Boilerbilges. Seems like it probably kills me. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not. It does. Point really dislikes Elesh Norn. Aven Interrupter? I barely knew her. Okay. This means no Boilerbilges, but we get a free drop instead, which I guess is irrelevant. Because I block 2 and I die, take 6. Fair. Blocking, I mean, makes sense to block. Any idea on when OTC bans T1 Air? 4-hour timeout. You get Mimic and live. I forgot I had the Mimic, so it's fine. We win the next. We win the next one after boarding the Deafening Clarion over a bad card. What's T1 Air? It's the Onion Ring. Portable Hulk kills the Dorks. Seems good in my opening hand. Probably would rather cut an expensive card. Is it even worth it to sideboard 1 card in an 80 card deck? What is my other option, bro? To kill myself on the spot? Just stop living? Why is that like a question that you ask? So stupid. Just drop, concede, never play a game of Magic the Gathering again because no odds of nothing ever changes. Or sideboard those cards to board in more cards so that I change my deck more, so it's more worthwhile. Yeah, now we can draw our sideboard cards more often. So I'll replace one of my cards for a card I like more. Seems like we can cut the agent, yeah. It is going to make my deck slightly better. I don't have sideboard cards for this matchup, partially because there is no cards to board out, so there is no point in having cards to bring in, except for that one that I have to make the numbers work for versus other decks. Hinterland Harbor moment. Elfic. Beza is a fine draw. What am I drinking? It's root beer. 3 mana. Enduring Innocence. Fair. Square root beer. Good one. Tempting to hit the Innocence with Chained. Did I get it from Żabka? I did not. I will bury you in card advantage, exactly. If I do it now, my opponent is going to cast a Back to Nature soon, and they'll bury me and Back to Nature anyways. I'd slam Chain into Innocence. Slam? Okay. Did I eat any cool food in Canada land? I ate poutine in Costco. Do not recommend. At Costco. It wasn't great. Besides that, it's like most of the food was just Not really Canadian, but just food from other places. So I ate pizza and pasta and a hamburger. But it's kind of hardly cool, right? What pizza? Like, I don't remember. It was not a chain, it was like one of the restaurants. It had... One of the pizzas had some honey on it. That was pretty cool. In combination with some other items. Was it Beza time? I have more life than my opponent does. Overlord seems good indeed. Because I can play it for a full cost if they kill my Incarnation if company into Apparition. Let's go. Apparition and the bird. Doesn't Canada have good Indian food? Probably. I did not eat any, so I don't know. No first-hand experience with regards to that. Chłopie, kurwa, znowu mi będziesz tak robić? Co za typ, nie? What an infuriating deck to play against. This is a rough matchup, Mr. Streamer. Okay. If you say so. It's a rough matchup because my opponent obviously has another one of those in hand. Hey, look. Oh, it's a company. That means that it's this plus also the next best card they could hit. No wiadomo, kurwa mać, nie? Ja pierdolę. Typie. Tiny edges. Although certainly this deck is no angels. That bird is broken. That's why I was thinking of playing my 2-3 on that turn. A little bit at least. To play around villain a little bit. Alright, I have a Clarion in my deck, so we can draw it and win. Can't draw it, bro. What are you saying? You think you can simply draw a card? Nope. What an annoying match. You played the matchup once with Enigmatic and you won 2, also it's favored, yeah. That's fair. To be fair, with our sideboard is very good against green-white shed bears. I don't know what you mean. My sideboard doesn't include many green-white shed bears cards. But it doesn't do that. So I didn't put cards that are bad in the matchup in the main deck. Clarion would seem good, nonetheless. Counter spell check. Flanker? I barely knew her. Punishing verse. Ooh. Yes, I take it personally if someone's talking shit about the fine cuisine of my country. Especially since we do have great food here. Alright, bros. Chill out. They do have great cuisine here. I'll pick up Yorion, I think, because that sounds good. How would you react if someone started shit-talking this fine cuisine of Poland? I would ignore it, most likely. Or I would ignore it, probably. No, this is a Thoughtseize deck. Grabbing Yorion, banishing. Next turn we summon a Sanctuary Warden, so... Typical Polish Christmas dish. Typical Polish Christmas dishes are carp and barszcz with pierogis. No more lies, check. No more lies indeed. I guess Vanishing Verge just answers this. It's a bit rough. Oh, Boilerbilges. Chad, if you play Sanctuary Warden in a spot like we did on the previous turn, you either remove a counter from it or you remove a counter from your opponent's hand because they would cast in No More Lies if they had it. Get it? I'll flash the entirety tracker now. Deluge. Anyone in the chat being delusional? Let's flash it. Me when I register Titan in a challenge, bro. Not cool. Titan is so good. Bro, so if you think that Titan is weak, then it just reflects on your inability to build a deck and play it and adapt to the meta. Do I think Villain has settled the Kakech? He did play a tapped land. They just had the Emperor, probably. The fact that the Warden can't remove a counter from the Overlord to draw a card is just depressing and sad. The Lulu. Titan is the strongest it's been since Field, if not Summer Bloom. Holy shit. Well, I mean, That's like the nature of an additive card game. The pool of cards expands and decks get better, right? So that is not saying much, to be fair, but I agree. Of course I keep. Being out mulligan a hand like this? It has lands and spells and you can even cast some. The mana base is unfixed, but it's not source wise, like the amount of sources will gonna remain the same because I hadn't been adding any. But it was just like a fix for binding. But when I draw Glasspool Shore, I guess it like looks worse than it is. Maybe I should add a land. I am counting Glasspool Shore as a land. It kinda is a fake one. Not sure. I do have a Cavern of Souls in my deck too, which probably should definitely go. Too narrow. I've once read Frank Carson counts Glasspool Shore as 0.4 land. Damn. And then if I probably would cut a removal spell for a land. And that would mean that... Yeah, I guess adding an extra land is nice. Let it be Boseju. And then we cut Cavern for Breeding Pool. I guess we don't need Breeding Pool, we can play Otawara. Yeah. I mean, the Otawara is also bad for core fixing, but... And now the numbers actually work better, and we do need 2 Clarions to absolutely own the aggro deck. But then you have to make a tough decision, and I don't know how to make it, so... What to cut? I cast No More Lies because your mana screwed, because you don't have 35 lands in your deck, but only 33. 34, excuse me. Okay. Oh no. I would have exiled the clue if I wouldn't have it 6th. What appeared, yeah. Now I get a card instead. They made a free shark. They got me good. Narset, which I can't counter because of the mana situation. Otsis, I am not willing to reveal my secrets. I just scoop preemptively, slightly tilted by the draw. Torch the tower, hits Narset. The Ball Crusher seems worse. Most of the awkward mana games result from drawing Glasspool Mimic and or... Well, mostly Glasspool Mimic and then not too many lands. I guess Otawara will be just like Mimic. So it actually is probably not that desirable. Opponent is using up all their time. Nylea's present. So if they play counter into Narset, would I rather Overlord? I think so. Fable seems more valuable to resolve, so I would like to lead with an Overlord. Agent of Treachery. What if I Overlord again? Then I play Fable into 4 mana, maybe opponent is on veto. So Normalize is not gonna work anymore on the Fable. Because on the first Overlord they had to spend Normalize, they couldn't spend veto. They probably would like to spend Normalize mostly, but now we're gonna play Fable with 3 mana up. Or will we? Paying costs. Podseas. We're not playing anything indeed. Takes Agent, holy guacamole. That does signal veto. So I will not play Fable this turn. I'll pick up Yorion. Seems like a better way to spend my mana. Ooh. Well. Can pay 2 life against the Fari. The Stinky Cavern. Void ran my Overlord. That's okay. Doesn't seem like a great play. Field can hit my presence. That's not nice. So Yorion is just gonna be draw 1 card. I guess it's still Cavern on Serpent. And before Conductor, why you Serpent when you have birds in deck? Damn, sorry. I didn't know I have birds in my deck. Well, Glasspool Mimic has the shapeshifter type, but it doesn't even have the changeling ability. Opponent now somehow casts a Crawl Whipcracker to kill the Everywhere token. He is a Giga Chad. Okay. That would be impressive in a way, so I can give you that. Can you use Cavern Mana to impede Overlords? Yeah. That's the point, kinda. That is like, if you play more Overlords, then it's like a breeding pool, but kinda better for your Overlords. It's time to Fable. Because then I'll play Mimic Copy Orion. Holy shit, Fable actually resolved after this many years. I keep my cards in hand then. I sound Beza, the Bounding Spring. I guess it's... I get a card this way. It's not super to exile the Emperor. Oh, what a card. Beza has a vibe of a sideboard card for every deck. Yes. Which is to say, kinda stinks. Beza, Knight of Autumn. Those are the brain-led sideboard cards. Oh, Hushwood Verge again. Do I want to copy a reflection? Probably. Seems hard to use it better. I kind of wanted to use it on my Orion maybe at some point, but didn't work out. I hate Beza so much. Lamau. Why? Like, you think it's weak or? Stupid, or are you playing aggro and it stonewalls you? It kind of doesn't do a great job stabilizing against the aggro decks even. Oh, first real cards in ages. Cool. You better answer my monster though. Thanks. Seems like there's not much point in playing those cards if I draw a Fable. I would like to loot both. Seems like opponent is not on much action either, despite the Delulu.
He's a phenomenal control player.
You can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime to any of your favorite streamers, even Canister_MTG.
Facts. I'm glad they killed Binding and not Beans, honestly. Wow, no balls to activate event. Alright, we're gonna veto the Lulu. Nice, good draw. I cast Overlord of the Boilerbilges. Whoa, bro. Not cool. Definitely countering that. Do I get to draw now? Delulu. No cards in hand, resulting a Delulu. Something good. Yes. Is good. Carnosaur. Maybe not. Tracker. Overlord. Dispute. Steam Vents. Carnosaur plus counterspell deck. I thought about it, but if you discover a counterspell, you simply put it into your hand. That's like, it's no big deal. It's not a big anti-synergy, just a tiny one. I've been impressed by the tracker too. It also is a free drop creature, which just kinda solves the issue of having to play shitty free drop creatures. So I have free tracker and one apparition right now, and it's just kinda good. His opponent clinging. They had cling in their deck, but they're not clinging right now. Flash is also nice, yeah, for sure. Flash plays well with the sideboard counters. And in general, like, we ambushed Italia today and then died, but we did ambush Italia. Ambushed her real good. 6 mana. Is that Graveyard Delulu? Not sure about the Angel, if it's any good, if I like it. The Capenna Angel. New Kappa. Damn, we could have summoned the Rurikhtar, but I drew it. Cavern of Souls on Ogre. Cavern of Souls will be cut from my deck, unfortunately. It is unreasonable to play, I think. Co tam się flipnęło do Veto? See, I discovered Dovin's Veto and it's actually awesome. It's like the best card to discover actually in this spot. Cavern was really good in the black version, I agree. But that deck also just had an unplayable mana. Not because of Cavern, like Cavern was fine in it, but besides that fact, it was... Like if you play 12 Overlords, it makes sense, but it also is so hard to splash for the blue Overlord, and it's also just terrible to play the black Overlord in this deck because it cannot really blind hit a creature, so... Just the conditions to make Cavern reasonable to play in your deck seem impossible. Floodfarm Verge moment. Nowhere to run is so funny, the hexproof thing comes up a lot. I never had it matter. I guess if you play against Boggles. But I've dodged Boggles so far. Yeah, ward cost, like what card has ward? I haven't played against Trespasser in a while. Although Rattle Chains is funny. You like my chain to the rocks? Thanks. Well, we'll find rocks soon. FOMO of missing out. No Giganta indeed. Going again at camper codes. Sure. I see you're struggling, like it took you a good few minutes to come up with that, Claudio, so... Really, that's it. No other interactions that are relevant for the guard. Unholy Annexed. Wait, so if I apparition this, they kill my apparition. Do they get an 8/8? In that case, I'll flush the entirety tracker this turn. I mean, that's how it should work. On the board, it's the mana value of the unlocked rooms, and then off the board, it's the sum. Muta Valuta. Seems like they have removal for the tracker. Oh no, my throat. No Knight of Autumn. Holy guacamole. First time you would like that. Although there is a chance I would have drawn the Knight of Autumn, which I guess then I would have played it. It would have been pretty good to play it here, so. Oh, you know. Any entities? We are tracking. Whoa, big demon, that's a weak play. Sort of. Can apparition the annex now? That's fine, I don't care. Six drop. Chain needs to be chained to mountain at all times, not to fall off. I'll go to a slightly lower electrical than I would have wanted to. Woodland Vala be good in this spot? Not really. Alright, bros. Maybe I'll play Knight of Autumn. Maybe I actually just will. I've been desiring life gain at few points, and I've desired some enchantment destruction this game. So maybe you will just convince me. Unstoppable Slasher. Ooh. Another annex. Okay, no annexes. You have to dodge another annex, but not really. I can kill the mutable too. Too bad I missed blend drops, but Archfiend of Dead Dross. Okay. This resolves. Wait, they kill a creature of mine now. It's a problem. Archfiend is demon too. I know, brother. But I guess a fatal push is gonna kill me because it's gonna deal the last 2 damage. They should have attacked, right? And play Archfiend attack twice. Whoosh. Well. Knight of Autumn. We needed you. I think you should have exiled both chambers. Well, good luck doing that. I wish I could. The one cost 8 mana, so I couldn't. One of them cost 8 mana, so I couldn't. As the limitation on Skyclave Apparition means it is not possible. Right, I actually hate March. It sucks. Is this really Magic the Gathering? For sure. The last one at Bankbusters. Last villain. I really like Noxious Gearhawk in the black incarnation deck because that gave you a 6 cost card, which gained you life, and it just plays really well. the one thing I actually miss from the Black Splash, but I don't think a card like this exists in other colors. Linvala is basically the same. Linvala is not the same. It's much worse. But maybe I would rather have Linvala than the stupid Shields Angel. I was thinking if Linvala would have helped in the previous game. I'm not actually sure it would have. Alright, this game seems fairly unlosable. Pass, Unstoppable Slasher. I guess Agent of Treachery seems better against control, but Titan of Industry would have been better against the rooms too, because a few times I was like, shit, I can't steal the room now. That seems not great. What do I want to do? This. Titan is also a way to gain life, so I guess it's like a great stabilizer, right? Once you like actually need to stabilize against the potential burn damage, which seems like that's the main way to lose to this deck. Titan would be like destroy, gain 5. So tough decisions. Archfiend of the Dross. No resolves, co zrobić? Hello, good night from Japan. Plus, kurwa. Why are you saying that? How's the matchup against Rakdos aggro? It's dead even. The closest it could be. This Red Black Demons deck looks very impressive. It does look pretty nice. I mean, not really when I play this, but many cards look nice. The Enchantment has looked nice. Oh, you mean chatting? No, I think for Mutavaults and the Enchantment, that does look like a nice combo. On the draw, I don't know about EP hole. But what is Shock better at? This deck should never lose against this red-black mid-range decks. And for the most part I don't, but I did die a tiny bit in some spots where things went pretty off the script. Well, I tried to build and hard test GTO slasherless demons too. Sure. It's gonna be Friday morning before the challenge. Maybe. Should never lose to XY is not a thing in MTG. There are no 100% matchups. So true. Point Morgan to 6, so at least we are kind of even. Dawaj, kurwa, pod season mi wypierdol te beansy i już udawajmy, że mam szansę wygrać. Alright, back to pretending. FOMO of missing out. Good draw. Ooh, Entirety Tracker. Fable. You can try to ambush the Fable token. Keeps all cards. Oh wow. What do I think about swapping Warden for Linvala? I didn't like Linvala from when I played Linvala. So I don't think of swapping it that way. Guess they get 2 combats now, but Up the Beanstalk should also say that you can put a land into play from your hand. So true. It should say that so much. Tofu. Co cię denerwuje? Alright, would it be better if one of those entity trackers was a Knight of Autumn? Yeah. It would in fact be much better. Bro, skipped an attack phase? No. He dealt 4 damage with the FOMO. How much do you want it to deal? Trailbug was horrible. It's too bad. Too expensive. If you play Fires of Invention, you can play Trailbug. Otherwise, you have no... No, don't. Yoren seems like a better play for the next turn than the trackers. It will be weak to Thoughtseize. Taking 4 damage from this again. Archfiend of the Draws. Uh-huh. Agent Seal Archfiend. It's not trivial to kill your own Archfiend. Can I beat Fable copy FOMO? Well, for sure. If I have 2 blockers. Once again, Titan of Industry would have been better here. I would destroy the Fable. Well, it's kind of risky against a removal spell. So Archfiend. I have 1 Get Lost in my deck. Boilerbilges can kill it. Can this exile my own cards? You don't control. Remove a counter? I don't know about that. Well, I can seal it, yes. I'm wondering if I can kill my own Archfiend afterwards. That's what I'm thinking about, chat. Surely we kill them before we die. I would like to believe so. I'll have an Incarnation in play, so probably... Can you on it? I can't. Can you on it only if I don't actually read the card. You can Yorion it in Minecraft. Hopefully they don't have Heartless Act in their deck. That would be Incredible. Haunted Bridge. Oh no, they can copy Hive. They can copy Hive for 6 damage. 6 menace damage. I hope they won't see the line. Whew, they didn't. Awesome. They discarded a Blight Step pathway. I guess they keep on tapping Reflection and make more combats. No, because, well, sure, I guess they do. Holy shit, that's neat. So that's how it works? I didn't catch it when I had that interaction myself in play. You're gonna take a lot of damage from the Foremost though. If they die. End of turn. But if they find a removal spell with any, then I'm gonna take a lot of damage instead. But then they kill the Archfiend and I don't have to worry about that anymore. Cool beans. Oh, paying costs. Go for the throat. Sure, so this. So those hadn't attacked, and you can tap those two. So I live at 2. Crazy. Probably should have blocked with the Archfiend the first time around. Interesting. Oh, that's like the war. No, that's actually a good one to draw. Take it back. Aren't you Dobbs? Am I? Aren't you Dobbs, chat? Grabbing the Yorion so early hadn't paid off. I'm in a shaky spot instead of chilling now. Let's draw a land. Cool. And now they drew Mutavault, which is dangerous. Probably should attack because I actually want them to trade for the Mutavault, not to die to the Annex. 2 Mutavaults. Crazy. We get Beza now. Saved. Not cycling the Triome, not to draw my Beza. Now should be pretty safe. I flush back Beza next turn and die, but not die, but holy guacamole, so much stress for not running the 9 of Autumn, so easy trophy since losing to Blue-Eyed Lotus doesn't count. In this league I didn't lose to Blue-Eyed Lotus, we lost to Green-White Company, where my opponent drew 7,000 copies of the bird every game. Titan of Industry, yes, no.